What's going on, guys? It's Tack. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to live with ambition and a crazy amount of energy by finding your purpose. So I know the word purpose sounds very spiritual and very woo-woo and whatever, but it's not. Essentially, purpose is just the reason why you're living in the first place. The reason why you're doing what you're doing. That is purpose. And the reason why having a purpose is so important is because without a purpose, you're just walking through life very mellow, very indifferent about anything, and not being super excited to go tackle life. And that is exactly why you need a purpose. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to do so. By the way, if you want more concepts that could change your life so you can be happy, successful, intelligent, delivered by your boy, then go ahead and subscribe down below. But with that being said, let's get right into the video. So let's think about two people. Let's call them Daniel and Rachel, okay? Daniel, he graduates school and then he gets himself to a super comfortable job making $60,000 a year, which is pretty good after he graduates school. But the work could be a little bit more interesting and he could be a little bit more filled in his job, but it's all good, no worries. After work, he oftentimes either goes home and watches TV or hangs out with his friends and similar things on the weekend like that. He's not super excited about things, but at the same time too, his life could be a lot worse than it is currently, so he's very, satisfied with where things are going. But if you fast forward 40 years, more or less, everything's gonna be the same with some of the details changed. But you look at someone like Rachel, for example, same thing as Daniel, graduates school, but instead of just getting any random job she settles for, instead she picks a career that she is truly passionate about. And she goes to work super excited every single day, goes home, or she also hangs out with his friends, but when she does go home, she is working on a side business or creating art or other things that she loves. And then if you fast forward 40 years, same thing as Daniel, her career has skyrocketed, her art is selling like crazy, and she loves her life, and she's super excited to keep going at it even though she's like 60 or whatever. Does that make sense? So basically, if you didn't catch on to the story already, Rachel has a life purpose and Daniel doesn't really have a specific defined purpose. So that's how their lives will play out. Obviously, that's a generalization, but I want to share a cool story to make the video a little bit more interesting. Bam, there you go. So as the sixth god Drake once said, you only live once. So I guess if you only live once, why would you not live with a purpose, right? So the question that remains is, how do you find your purpose? And so a lot of people think that you have to, magically wait for your purpose to come find you, or you have to try a bunch of cool things and see which one speaks to you or whatever. And that's fine. Like that is one way of finding your purpose, but that's very difficult and that's a way that takes way too much effort. So the way that I'm going to show you is a very easy way that you can literally do right now. In fact, we're actually going to do it together. And the easiest way to find your purpose is to find what your most important values are. And once you exactly know what you value in life, everything just becomes so much easier. So let's go find our values. I want you to go take out notes, go on your phone, take your notes, or take a piece of paper out and write down everything that you value in life. Just write everything, okay? Don't worry about, oh, is this like gonna make me money, or is this gonna satisfy me, or what would my friends think? Like, don't care, just write everything, okay? Write everything from money, family, friends, love, family, creativity, working out, teaching, the environment, social issues, music, literally anything. Write everything down. So after you have that big list, start crossing them off one by one if they're not exactly like 100% positive that they're your top priority. So for me, for example, things like music and art, I value those for sure, but they're not my number one value, so I'm going to cross them out. And then after a while, you're going to get to around a few. There's no defined number, okay? Anywhere from like 2 to 5 is probably a good number. That is what you value most in life. And then it just becomes super easy to find out what you can do to fulfill those values. So just to give you an example, some of my top priorities include financial freedom and growth. So after I identify those two values, it just becomes so much easier. So for financial freedom, all I have to do is, okay, learn a skill that would make me a lot of money. Copywriting, done. That's what I'm studying right now. And then for growth, how can I grow as a person? How can I help people grow as people? Make a YouTube video, done. That's what I'm doing right now. See, after you find your values, everything just becomes so much easier. So I encourage you to go find your values. Now, here are a couple crucial points that you need to know about your purpose. One, your values and purpose will change over time. So if you figure out that you value something right now and you have created a purpose right now, you don't have to stick with it for the rest of your life. It can change at any time you want. So just do what you want in the present moment. Also, your purpose is going to be way different from anyone else's, so don't compare your purpose to mine or your best friends or your families, because every one of ours is going to be completely different, and that is the beauty of humanity. And also, last but not least, diversify your identity, okay? Just because you have one value and you're super hyper focused towards it, don't neglect everything else in life, okay? So let's just say you want to become an entrepreneur, for example. Don't just focus on becoming an entrepreneur. Become focused in giving back to the community. Focus on being creative. Focus on creating deep connections with people. Focus on your family and your friends and things like that. Don't just focus on one, because if you focus on one and that all of a sudden gets taken away from you, or you decide to change it, then your whole identity is going to crumble, and that is a terrible thing, and that's a story for another time. So diversify your identity. And so to wrap everything up, living with purpose allows you to live with high ambition and crazy amounts of energy. And the way that you find your purpose is to find out what your most important values are, and then figure out what actions you need to take to fulfill those values. By the way, if you like this video on how to live with true ambition, you definitely will enjoy my other video on how to truly be motivated without all the hype BS that you're used to seeing. And I'll put that in the link in the description below. I promise you'll enjoy it. Anyway, you beautiful person, thank you so much for watching. Keep being dope, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace. Hey, before you go, I want to personally tell you why subscribing to my YouTube channel could be a fantastic use of your time. Basically, what I do is I share knowledge that I've gained from the most successful people in the world, whether that be through reading books, watching YouTube videos, or listening to podcasts. And also I share my opinions that I have developed as a result from them. So I put all that together, put it in one place for you, so you don't have to go search everywhere and maybe miss out on some concepts that could change your life. Plus, you'll probably be entertained because I am a halfway funny guy, and if you're like me, you enjoy being around funny people. So if you like what you hear, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel and enjoy your time here.